Welcome to the first edition of Walker Bites, the show covering the latest news and happenings in the Walking Dead universe with me, your host, the Walking Deb. Let's kick things off with the host of AMC's The Talking Dead, Chris Hardwick, the live show where Hardwick interviews celebrity fans as well as the Walking Dead actors themselves. The Talking Dead has become the mainstay on the network and frequently ranks as one of the top-rated cable shows of the week. The show debuted during the second season of The Walking Dead in 2011 and began after airing Fear the Walking Dead as well in 2016 during that show's second season. Following a few weeks of scrutiny and backlash after his ex-partner, actress and model Chloe Dykstra, publicly released an essay accusing him of being sexually abusive and exhibiting controlling behavior over the course of their years-long relationship, Hardwick lost all his network gigs, including The Talking Dead. In her essay, she never mentioned him by name, but it became obvious she was speaking of Hardwick when he released a denial in direct response to her claims. AMC slated Yvette Nicole Brown to serve as the host of The Talking Dead during the investigations and possibly on a more permanent basis. A statement released by AMC in July read, Yvette Nicole Brown will step in as an interim guest host of The Walking Dead Season 9 preview special on August 5th and Talking Dead when it returns following the premiere of Fear the Walking Dead on August 12th as we work to complete our assessment related to Chris Hardwick. After completing their investigation of these allegations, which Dykstra refused to take part in, it seems the host is being welcomed back. AMC recently declared that Hardwick will resume his normal duties as host of The Talking Dead.
And now for something completely different.
AMC announced at the 2018 Television Critics Association Summer Press that they have renewed Fear the Walking Dead for a fifth season. This comes 2 weeks before the zombie spinoff returns for the second leg of Season 4 on August 12th. I'm going to issue a spoiler alert for this segment, so if you don't want to know, don't say I didn't warn you. Fear the Walking Dead has undergone a major makeover since new showrunners Andrew Sheblis and Ian Goldberg took over for Season 4. The changes included a multi-year time jump, the death of major characters Madison Clark and Nick Clark, a crossover with The Walking Dead's Morgan Jones, and the addition of series regulars John Dorie, Al, and June. AMC also recently revealed it was adding 5 additional faces to the back half of Season 4. As if killing Nick earlier in Season 4 wasn't enough, Fear the Walking Dead delivered another devastating twist to its fans with the death of Madison, the glue that kept Alicia, Nick, Strand, and Luciana together, especially at the Diamond, where she was in charge of a growing community that was more or less self-sufficient and, at least for a while, thriving. Since we didn't see her actual death on screen, and her last words being, "No one's gone until they're gone," I, like many, were suspicious of her death and potentially saw Madison's return in the second half of Season 4. But in an appearance on The Talking Dead, Kim Dickens confirmed that unlike Frank Delane's exit, hers was not a choice, and was heartbroken and devastated when she got the news of her impending demise, being told that it was for storytelling purposes. This likely leaves Alicia as the new head of the show and the only cast member left from the Clark family. This places a lot of faith in the show's newest characters John Dorie, Naomi aka June, Al, and of course our crossover Morgan, who it seems was put there as a familiar face to carry the show forward and keep the fans interested since almost all of the original cast has been killed off. If they keep killing off familiar faces, they may as well make an entirely different show, as it seems they're wiping the slate clean and introducing quite a few new characters. Speaking of deaths, I believe those on the chopping block to be Charlie and potentially June or Luciana. We'll see. We may also see the return of Ruben Blades as Daniel, since we never saw him die. The Season 4 trailer shown at San Diego Comic-Con features our first natural disaster, a huge tornado-like storm complete with walkers flying all over the place, and it looks like the group gets separated, at least for a little while. And let's not forget that there are still some remaining vultures out there, as well as a potential return of past characters such as the Native American enemies turned allies, Qualateca and Crazy Dog, who were seen leaving the dam just before the Proctors struck. After watching the trailers for the second half of Season 4 and doing a little research of my own, I have learned that season 4B of Fear the Walking Dead will pick up sometime after Madison's death. After a series of trials and tribulations, our survivors have found a new place to live where they're all close enough to each other to help if necessary, but not so close that they're a community. There's still some bad blood between June and Charlie and Madison's people. Charlie did kill Nick after all, and Alicia holds June responsible for Madison's death. And even within the smaller groups, not everyone is together. Luciana and Strand are living in a mansion where they're raiding the wine cellar every day, and they don't see much of Alicia, who's living in the greenhouse and growing isolated from humanity. Meanwhile, Morgan has decided to go back to Alexandria, enlisting Al to drive him. In one clip, he makes his pitch to Alicia, who he finds by herself killing walkers with her sharpened gun barrel at a fence at the edge of the property. Someone has been tacking notes, begging for help to the walkers' bodies, and Alicia is trying to figure out where the notes are coming from. Morgan, who has seen this kind of behavior before in himself, is skeptical that she'll be able to help and tries convincing her that she would be of more help if she returned with him to what could only be Alexandria, as it is the first time Fear has brought up the possibility of sending its characters to the Walking Dead. What comes next? We'll have to wait until August 12th when the second half of Fear the Walking Dead premieres on AMC. And that's all there is for this episode of Walker Bites. If you have any comments, predictions, or if you agree or disagree with anything you've heard, please feel free to say so in the comment box below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the bell to receive notifications of new content. You can also find me on Twitter at The Walking Deb. Until next time, this is The Walking Deb saying so long, and thanks for watching.